was like, are you clear? Take care of it.
You there?
I love that.
We got a bobble weather traffic.
Terrific. That's from David Weir, right?
Good job, Chris.
I don't know if you're following along, but I told T that we'll do lives for Mauritia. We can stop if not, we'll have
Good lives.
we'll do live interviews like you suggested.
We know this is the place, Sarah, where this is where Dolly's brother, in fact, also has announced that folks are coming to cars, flowers, out here, hang out in these parks long enough. It's like one of those things about Dolly. We ran into him here late last night. His name is David Blair. City manager in Pigeon Forge. It's a neighboring town, still here in the county, and he talks about what Dolly meant to him. Isolated people in the center of the range. He said, two stick together, $500. Well, they knew where it was one of those people in the city manager.
Disaster as well, the wildfires as well as the flooding from Hurricane Harvey. I spent a lot of time out back in Sevier County and doing that to show
I got it back.
Yeah, it's definitely a solemn day as we remember the life and legacy of Dolly Parton, but in a beautiful way, we're seeing a lot of smiles as people remember what she meant to this community, to the Smoky Mountains, to East Tennessee, and frankly, what she meant to the world. There were so many people that have fond memories of her, and of course, we're standing right here in Sevierville. This is her hometown. This is where the iconic Dolly Parton statue is. Look at all the flowers that have been laid out just within the last 18 to 20 hours or so. And as I was mentioning to you last hour, in the wee hours of the night, people were still showing up here to play her music, to remember her, and of course we expect those crowds to continue to grow, to leave behind flowers, the iconic butterfly wings that she was known to wear, just like we saw in her last appearance at Dollywood only just a few months ago. But again, this is somebody who really made an impact on everyone all across the country and all across the world. So for that reason, let's take a look all across the country just within these last 20 hours. We'll start with New York City, the Empire State Building lit up in that beautiful shade of pink at exactly 9:25 at night. Of course, a nod to her single 9 to 5. Top right corner there, you see one of her 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. People there remembering her lasting legacy for the entertainment world. She had so many accolades to her name. That includes 55 Grammy nominations. She won 11 of them, also taking home an Emmy along with countless other honors. In Washington, D.C., on the bottom left there, flags now lowered to half-staff by President Trump. Those flags will continue to be at half-staff for the rest of the week. And then in Nashville, where the country singer carved out her own place on the Grand Ole Opry stage at only 13 years old. Can you believe that? Fans gathering at the Country Music Hall of Fame to pay their respects, and of course leaving heartfelt messages for a woman who meant so much to music, to Tennessee, and of course to the globe. But it's here in her hometown of Sevierville, Tennessee, where the grief really feels the heaviest, because here she was more than just the vocals, the songwriting, and the rhinestones. She was the girl who made it out, but never forgot where she came. News Nation has confirmed from her family representatives that she died after a brief bout with cancer. In her last virtual appearance at Dollywood, she explained to some of her fans that she had been dealing with some health issues, complaining about fatigue and dehydration in specific, symptoms that severely limited her travel. Her nephew, who also spoke on behalf of the family, said his Aunt Dolly made one final
Broadway in Nashville. If you look up in Broadway, if you look about northwest, you'll see the Songwriter Hotel. That's Dolly's newest undertaking in life after music. It's a hotel that's supposed to be an ode of Dolly's to making music and her songwriting process.
And we're told her family is planning a small, intimate funeral, but of course she's not quite done cementing her legacy. That's because her upcoming Broadway show is still scheduled to open on schedule. That's planned for January on what would have been her 81st birthday. So again, here in Sevierville, not far from Dollywood, tributes just pouring in, people that are running by, people that are driving by, slowing their cars to stop and take a picture, and of course people, as I mentioned, laying down their flowers. We're going to be taking a visit to Dollywood later. I'm sure there's going to be more action there as people remember everything that she brought to this world. Marky.
You'll be able to say that Dolly will have the best seat in the house for her opening of the Songwriter Hotel, which opens officially next month.
Absolutely.
Look, we've outlined how she's being remembered in Sevierville, Sevier County, Knoxville, Nashville, but even her Walk of Fame star in Hollywood is adorned with flowers and memories of people who just want to say thank you to Dolly and that I will always love you. A message that she leaves behind that'll span generations as it has before. We'll continue our coverage live from Sevier County as the morning continues.
Oh, let's shoot a look live, then let's shoot a digital here, and then
Oh, well, yeah, I forgot about the look live.
maybe we move after. Should we move after this News Nation Live hit, because we have a full hour that we're not on show?
Well,
So
they
it gives
open
us-
at 9. So we're here for the opening and first day without Dolly.
I think we can pack up and move.
We don't have to. That was just my thought process. We can do it at 10. I'll tell you maybe why we're 11.
Oh, shoot this, Chris?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Our first day without Dolly looked like. No, our first day without Dolly looked like.
Our first day without Dolly looked like. Yeah. Just put Dolly.
Yeah, seriously. That's okay. Alex. Alex there. You guys don't care. You don't care. You don't get it.
Okay,
In
cool.
Sevierville,
Thank you.
Tennessee, people are stopping by to drop flowers at the foot of the iconic Dolly Parton statue and the legacy of a woman who brought so much. East Tennessee.
Okay, cool.
So much.
Well, next month will mark 2 years since Hurricane Helene took her shot at East Tennessee. While many in upper East Tennessee suffered the hardest brunt, Cotton County was not spared by Hurricane Helene's floodwaters. Dolly Parton showed up in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene and cut a $1 million check out of her own bank account. It showed just what East Tennessee means to her. She actually showed up to one of those distribution centers talking about the impact that funding could have on the so many people who relied on help from not the government, but everyday people like Dolly portrayed to be, that was so critical to people. We were able to ask her in that moment why it meant so much to her to be able to give back to the community that told her they always loved her. Yeah, suffer like that. Dolly said that it was going to take even more money and even more time to recover from Hurricane Helene, and we know that. Again, we'll mark the 2-year anniversary next month of the devastation that Helene left behind, and the cleanup still continues. If you tried to get to North Carolina or South Carolina and traveling along Interstate 40, you know that a 5-mile stretch in Tennessee into North Carolina is still damaged by Helene. It's going to take billions of dollars from the federal government to get that stretch back open. But Dolly was committed while she was still alive to see that project through, like so many others. Also, this year marks 10 years since the Gatlinburg wildfires devastated East Tennessee. She stepped up in that moment too. Anniversaries abound where you can see the impact Dolly Parton had that means so much to so many here. Again, she was a woman who made her money by making music, but there was so much more beyond the thousands of songs that she penned and then put her voice to that people remember to this day. We've said it all morning long. There are going to be tears shed. There have been tears shed. But it's important to note that Dolly, every time that she showed up, she had a smile on her face. And I believe that's what she wants all of us to do today as we remember the woman who meant so much, not just to East Tennessee and the country, but to the entire world.
Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, Here in Sevierville, Tennessee, people are stopping to drop flowers at the foot of the iconic Dolly Parton statue, remembering the life and legacy of a woman who brought so much to East Tennessee. Three, two. Here in Sevierville, Tennessee, people are stopping to drop flowers at the foot of the iconic Dolly Parton statue to remember the life and legacy of the woman who brought so much to East Tennessee. But her loss is being felt all across the nation. Three, two. Here in Sevierville, Tennessee, people are stopping to drop flowers at the foot of the iconic Dolly Parton statue to remember the life and legacy of the woman who brought so much to East Tennessee. But her loss is being felt all across the nation. That was fine, but let's do it now. Three, two. Here in Sevierville, Tennessee, people are stopping by to drop flowers at the foot of the iconic Dolly Parton statue to remember the life and legacy of the woman who brought so much to East Tennessee. But her loss is being felt all across the nation. Three, two. In New York City, the Empire State Building sparkled in brilliant pink for an hour, starting at 9:25 last night, a nod to her. Three, two. In New York City, the Empire State Building sparkled in brilliant pink for an hour, starting at 9:25 last night, a nod to her hit single in Hollywood film 9 to 5. On the other side of the country, flowers adorned both of her stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The icon, no stranger to Tinseltown. Over the course of her career, she earned 55 Grammy nominations, winning 11 and taking home an Emmy, along with countless other honors. In Washington, D.C., this is the moment the flag was lowered to half-staff by President Trump. American flags across the country will be lowered all week. In Nashville, where the country singer carved out her own place in history on the Grand Ole Opry stage at just 13 years old, fans gathered at the Country Music Hall of Fame to pay their respects, leaving heartfelt messages for a woman who meant so much to music, to Tennessee, and to the world. But it's here in her hometown of Sevierville, Tennessee, where the grief really feels the heaviest. Because here, she was always more than the vocals, the songwriting, and the rhinestones. She was the girl who made it out, but never forgot where she came from. Three, two. Dolly Parton's team confirms to News Nation she died after a brief bout with cancer. In her last virtual appearance at Dollywood, she explained to her fans some of the health issues she had been dealing with, complaining about fatigue and dehydration, symptoms that severely limited her travel. Her nephew, who spoke on behalf of the family, said his Aunt Dolly made a final wish. Three, two. The family is planning a small, intimate funeral, but she's not quite done cementing her legacy. Her upcoming Broadway show is still scheduled to open in January on what would have been her 81st birthday. In Sevierville, Tennessee, Alex Capriello, News Nation.
Sarah, send the Dallas Capriello. Can you stop us at 5 points, please? Thank you. Bye.
So what's
We need to do a vertical.
Yeah, let's just do a quick little vertical walk and talk of this, and I will toss the sound. I won't do the whole around the nation thing.
No, we should stay for the 9. It's already 8:30. It's like 15 minutes. Let's go. Stop. And then we'll leave it. Do you want me to record it on my phone? Second phone? Probably not. Oh, here. Oh, it sucks. Go ahead. No. Locally, it's out of town. That's why I remember it.
It's a little, we had it covered in case you said around here.
Right. I looked up and I was like, where's the banner going?
All right, where did it go? And then I didn't see a call from the news director, so I was like, oh my God. It's like, once I do that, I'm committed to not doing anything. So, right. But Jared Austin was off. He went in. He just walked on the PTO. Flag rush.
Sevierville, Tennessee, the hometown of Dolly Parton, and take a look at the tributes that are pouring in.